Right, losses in trading, how to learn from them. I'm going to speak about this in this video on the DAX. I took a loss using the opening candle continuation with Edgefill. So this trade recap is sponsored by Edgefill. I want you to go check them out. There is a 7-day free trial in my link in bio. I'm going to walk through my month just on this one DAX trade that I think you guys can all learn from. So in saying that, let's get into it. So Edgefill, as I said, a data company that I think everyone needs to understand where the edge actually lies in the market. That's a fact. You can do all the journaling, everything like that, but if you don't have the correct data, you're not going to make money. So as I said, go check them out in the link in my bio. Again, there is a free Discord. I'm live there every single Wednesday through to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern time. So let's speak about my DAX trade. As you can see, I took a loss on the DAX yesterday, a pretty hefty loss. I tried to size up on some challenge accounts. As you guys know, I've got all my prop firm accounts linked here. I'm currently up on the month $6,000, but I took a little bit of a knock yesterday, $6,000 as well. So not too great, but let me speak about my DAX trade. So DAX German 30. And as you can see, we're actually making some great new highs here to start the week. I ended up, however, taking a loss when I maybe should have been buying it yesterday. In the London session, I'm finding that the London session has been my best session for trading the DAX. So let's speak about it. So we had a first hour being bullish. What does that mean? Well, the London session starts at 9 a.m. South African time at the moment, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. South African time. And what I use Edgefill for is if that first hour is bullish, I want to look for longs in continuation. If it's bearish, I look for shorts. So we had two conferences. One, we had that first hour being bullish. That is called that opening candle continuation report. And the second one is we took out the previous day's range, which is that previous day's range report, the previous day's highs. So having said that, I took a long in over here in the New York session, expecting further momentum to the high side, right off that previous day's highs. I end up getting stopped out before market moves higher. So that is what it is. I'm here to share that not every single trade is going to be a winning trade, as you can see. So let's go to the DAX. What does that actually look like? Okay. We can actually see that opening candle continuation report on the DAX, you have to make sure that you got the correct timing. It would be 3 a.m. to 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. Eastern time, because that is the first hour of that open. You can see in the last 3 months, okay, on this opening candle continuation report has not been too great. When we have that first hour being bullish, 69% of the time we close as a bullish closing day, call it 70, and vice versa for the shorts, 58. And sometimes this is always going to change. That's why you need to look at different timings. That's why you need Edgefill in your corner, because this is going to consistently change. Maybe it hasn't been working in the last year. That rises, it hasn't been working too great. But you couple this with the previous day's range report. And as I said, what this report measures is if we take out the previous day's highs, how often do we close bullish, and vice versa for the shorts. And we can actually see that it is 67% of the time in the last year. If we take out the highs, we will close as a bullish closing day. Now, in the last 3 months, we can look at this. In the last 3 months, that skyrockets to 73% and 79% for the longs and shorts. So I had two conferences of here. I had the previous day's highs taken out, as well as that first hour being bullish, and I ended up losing the trade. I like to confirm this Edgefill's reports using VWAP. We were above VWAP as well, and simply a losing trade. It's not always going to be winning us, and I'm here to share the reality of trading. So that's been my month so far. That is a trade recap using Edgefill. Make sure to come check them out in the link in my bio, and we will see you on the next trade recap. Cheers, everyone.